Hello everyone. Today's vlog is all about patent box. What is the patent box? It's a corporation tax regime introduced by George Osborne in 2014, and it's aimed at companies to encourage them not to transfer their intellectual property offshore. What was happening was a lot of the big tech firms and other firms such as Starbucks were transferring their intellectual property, parts of their brand, to overseas low tax jurisdictions, and they were paying huge royalty fees to those jurisdictions for the right to have use of the intellectual property. So Starbucks UK paid tens and tens of millions of pounds to Starbucks Luxembourg for the right to receive the know-how on how to make the coffee, basically. So this was all perfectly legitimate tax planning. This wasn't big ticket tax avoidance. This was just playing by the rules. Indeed, they even went to HMRC first and said, look, can you agree the value of the know-how, the intellectual property, agree that the percentage of that should be paid as a royalty? And HMRC said, yes, that's fine. So then sure enough, Starbucks UK paid that over to Luxembourg, attracted a huge amount of corporation tax relief for that expenditure in the UK, so reduced the company's tax bill. On the flip side, on the income in Luxembourg, the corporation tax rate is a lot lower. So overall, the group's effective tax rate is reduced because they're getting a big tax deduction in the UK and paying little tax where the income ultimately ends up. So all that was absolutely playing by a straight bat, but there was a lot of political heat for that because a lot of people didn't like it, even though technically they weren't doing anything wrong. So at the time, George Osborne, when he was the Chancellor, he said, look, I don't like this. What I will do to encourage businesses to keep intellectual property in this country, in the UK, and not have it offshore, is to say, we'll bring in this new regime called the patent box, which means that if you have intellectual property that you can create patents from your activities in the UK, the profits that you derive from those patented products, well, you will only pay 10% corporation tax. Now, that's almost half of what the tax bill would have been. Current headline rate of corporation tax, 19%. So you go from 19% corp tax to 10%. So that's a huge reduction if you qualify for the patent box. So that was the incentive for these large companies not to transfer IP, intellectual property, offshore. Now, it doesn't just apply to large companies, it applies to any size business. So if you're an SME, if you're a director shareholder, you own a business and you are selling items, goods, whatever it is, if you've got anything in your business that can be patentable, which you derive profits from, then you need to think about getting a patent on that, because if you do, you can halve your company's tax bill. So as a nation, though, we are not a nation of patenters like, say, the Americans are. They patent everything. It's not in the sort of group mindset of UK PLC to go around patenting things. But bearing in mind that you could halve your company's tax bill, you really need to think about it. Firstly, you'd go to a patent attorney, of which there are plenty around, and say, right, this is what I do, this is my process, these are my products, can I patent any of this? And they will tell you straight, yes or no. If you can, then you get the patent in, and then you speak to an advisor, an accountant, to work out the claim for the patent box. Because of your overall profits in your business, chances are the entire profits will not be all derived from patented products. Some will be derived from patented if you do get a patent, and others won't be. So you need to somehow split those profits. It's called profit streaming, and those that aren't linked to a patent, taxed at the regular rate of 19%. Those that are linked to the patented product, taxed at 10%. So overall, you will have a blended rate for the year for your total company's profits of somewhere between 10 and 19%. But the more items that you get patented, the more you will have streamed at the lower rate of 10%. So absolutely crucial to have a think about the nature of what are you doing. Can you patent anything in your business? The products that you make, your manufacturing, what are you doing? Can you put some sort of patent around anything in your business. Worth having a think about, worth considering, absolutely is a game changer for multinationals, but even so for small SMEs as well, because to half the tax bill is a great incentive for exploring this further. It dovetails quite naturally with R&D. A lot of businesses will have expenditure on research and development at the early stage, claim R&D tax relief, which I've done another vlog on that, and then when they've got the product and it's gone to market and they sell it, and then they can claim patent box going forward for many years in the future. So great tax relief for innovation. So do have a think about the patent box. If you like this video, please do subscribe, and I will see you soon.